Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Josh from the Monrovia Public Library, and this is Mini Storytime. It's a special Halloween mini Storytime, although I didn't dress up, I'm sorry. We're gonna have a story and a song for you that'll put you in the Halloween mood, okay? Are you ready to get started? Let's go. Okay everybody, our song today is called If You're a Monster and You Know It, okay? You ready? Are you a monster? We're about to find out, right? If you're a monster and you know it, show your claws. If you're a monster and you know it, show your claws. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're a monster and you know it, show your claws. If you're a monster and you know it, bare your fangs. If you're a monster and you know it, bare your fangs. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're a monster and you know it, bare your fangs. If you're a monster and you know it, flap your wings. If you're a monster and you know it, flap your wings. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're a monster and you know it, flap your wings. If you're a monster and you know it, shake your tail. If you're a monster and you know it, shake your tail. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're a monster and you know it, shake your tail. If you're a monster and you know it, do all four. If you're a monster and you know it, do all four. If you're a monster and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're a monster and you know it, do all four. Good job. Our book today is called Monster Trouble by Lane Fredrickson, illustrations by Michael Robertson. Winifred Schnitzel was never afraid, not of monsters or ghouls or of the noises they made. She loved scary movies and werewolves and thunder and peg-leg pirates who bury their plunder. Still, Winifred's bedtime was hardly spook-free. The neighborhood monsters would not let her be. Each night they'd show up and attempt to be scary. Some would growl, some would belch, some were slimy, some were hairy. Ooh. But all of their monsterly mayhem was moot because Winifred Schnitzel thought monsters were cute. Still, night after night, all those monsters kept creeping into Winifred's room, interrupting her sleeping. Too tired for math, too exhausted for fun, she finally decided those monsters are done. She ordered a book titled Monsters Beware and constructed the sticky string small monster snare. Watch out, monsters. But that night the big monsters all showed up first. The sticky string snare got so stretched that it burst. There were monsters on bedposts and stuck to the wall. They made slingshots from string. They were having a ball. Winifred sighed. They were louder than ever. She knew that she needed to try something clever. So she brought in some stinky old Limburger cheese. The label said, "Caution makes big monsters sneeze." The monsters just called up the Goblin Street Deli. They ordered in bagels and fish eyeball jelly. Oof, yuck. Winifred barely got through the next day. She dozed off in art class and snoozed through ballet. She decided, that's it, I've got to get tough. She was tired of monsters. Enough was enough. So she built every spook trap in Monsters Beware and one of her own called the Prickly Bum Chair. Poor Winifred yawned. She was so very sleepy. She was starting to look a bit spookishly creepy. When the monsters showed up with their howling and roaring, Winifred Schnitzel was already snoring. She was dreaming of puppies when a monster went hiss. She reached out and gave it a big sleepy kiss. Mwah! The monster yelled, "Yuck!" and all the others were heaving. One gagged, and a big monster shouted, "I'm leaving!" Winifred knew that despite their uniqueness, she discovered that monsters have one silly weakness. So she puckered and pouted and kissed them all good. Those monsters screamed, running as fast as they could to get away from the kisses. Now, Winifred sleeps very soundly at night. In the daytime, she's happy and perky and bright. But sometimes she finds that a monster's crept in right around bedtime with a monsterly grin. She ignores all the growling and roaring and hissing, since the one thing that all monsters hate most is kissing. Mwah! So if you see any monsters, you know how to get rid of them now. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that book wasn't too scary. It wasn't very scary. And the song wasn't too scary. It wasn't scary either. But I hope you enjoyed it, okay? Have a happy, safe Halloween. I hope to see you soon. Remember, our story times are in the park, in the back of the library on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and in the front of the library at 10 a.m. on Saturdays, okay? See you real soon. Bye.